Good morning, everybody. Show you what I'm having for breakfast. As I said a little bit ago, I have just over about a month to lose like 10 or more. Hopefully more would be great, but at least 10 pounds because we're going on vacation. So breakfast for me, I'm starting with a 000 no sugar added yogurt at 90 calories. And I'm gonna have 2 hard-boiled eggs at, I think these are 60 calories a piece, so 120 calories. They might be 70. I've eaten these things thousands of times and I cannot recall how many. Anyway, I get these from Kroger. They come 2 in a pack and there's 3 2-packs. I could make them myself, but I don't always have the energy for that. And the last thing that I'm having for breakfast is these huge strawberries. I wash these and I put them in a baggie to kind of get some of the moisture off of them. Then I put a paper towel with them. I'm going to take this paper towel out so you can see just how big they are. This is like strawberry season and strawberries are my favorite fruit. So I'll be eating a lot of strawberries. What is your favorite fruit? I would love for you to comment and let me know. You know, I used to really hate grapes up until like a month ago, and I ate some black grapes and they were so good, but now I can never find them. Okay, these are the big strawberries. I mean, these things are huge. So this is maybe like 60 or 70 calories worth of strawberries, and they're gonna be worth every bite. When you go to buy strawberries, don't try to buy the lightest ones, buy dark ones and smell them. If they don't have any smell, they don't have any flavor. So breakfast for me today is this. And you already saw what I'm going to be having for lunch. Look at that. Only thing I'm going to add to that is 2 tablespoons of light ranch Hidden Valley dressing at 60 calories. See you at dinner. Dinner's going to be good tonight too. Lunchtime. I do believe it's time for a lime jello, 10 calories. I'm only gonna eat one of them, but I have eaten 4 of these at a time, but today's just gonna be one. I told you dinner was gonna be so good tonight, and I did not lie. So what I'm gonna be having is wild Pacific salmon. You saw me make this before on my day 8 video, but I made it in a crock pot, completely different recipe. Today it's gonna be baked. Now normally I don't put salt on almost anything I cook, like 90% of the time, but there's gonna be salt on 2 things tonight. I'm gonna be putting a little bit of salt on this in the way of this Creole seasoning, which has in it salt, red pepper, black pepper, chili powder, garlic powder, dehydrated garlic, spices, secret spices. But there's a little bit of actual spice in there because I just tasted it to make sure I like it. I do like it. And I'm gonna be doing sweet potato French fries. I'm sorry, I haven't figured out how to get my camera just right so I can stand up and do this, but sweet potato French fries, these are not the red garnet. These are the more light colored sweet potatoes. I'm gonna cook them in the air fryer. And then I am going to have spinach, and this is so good. The way I cook it with a little bit of bacon and onions and vinegar, it's amazing, and it's low calorie because I only use a little bit of bacon. My man will not eat it. He won't even try it, and it's so amazing. I just feel like if he would try it, he would love it, but he won't even try it. So he'll get green beans, but I'll throw some onions and bacon in there for him too, because we are both trying to lose some weight for our vacation in just under a month that I told you about earlier in the video. So step 1, these sweet potatoes in the air fryer take a while to cook, so I'm going to microwave them for 5 minutes to soften them up a little bit, and then I'll cut them into French fry shapes and put them in the air fryer. I just like to cut the ends of them off before I put them in the microwave, and maybe make like a little vent hole in here. Be careful. All right, I think I have a better angle. So you take that salmon out of the pack, What I normally do is cut the tips off, let all the juice drain out. I have sprayed a pan with a little bit of canola oil, and then I just put that whole fillet down there. So the calorie count on this salmon is 4 ounces, has 140 calories, and they're cut into roughly 4-ounce pieces, like pre-scored, roughly. So there's 4 of them here. You know what? I'm gonna make another one. I decided to throw another salmon in the microwave to defrost because I might as well make 2. There's gonna be 3 of us eating this tonight, but I wanna have enough so I don't have to cook dinner tomorrow. I already have salads ready to go for tomorrow, so while that is defrosting for like 6 minutes, I have the potatoes. They're nice and hot, but they're softer. They're gonna be easier to cut. My knives really suck, by the way, and I made myself a little goal that when I get to 100 subscribers, and I'm at like 70 to 75-ish now. Well, actually, by the time you see this video, it's gonna be like 1 month after it actually happened, so maybe I'll be at like 80 by then, I don't know. But once I get to 100, I'm gonna buy myself a new knife block with nice new knives in it. Not until then, I'm gonna make myself earn it by keeping posting videos. And we all win that way. I go slow because my knives suck, and because these potatoes are hot, and because I don't like cutting myself, so I'm not a trained chef or anything. Sorry about the microwave noise behind you, by the way. We're gonna just get yourself a big bowl that you can throw them in. I've never eaten this kind of light sweet potato. I can't even believe this is a sweet potato with this light color. It smells kind of sweet. I wonder if it's as healthy as a red garnet potato, because that's what I usually eat. We'll see. I'll Google that later. I make them like the size of steak fries, but you can make them whatever size you like. I always think that when you're trying to lose weight, the hardest part is just chopping vegetables, and that's not that hard. I mean, you don't have to necessarily figure out what to eat every night, because you can get on YouTube and see what somebody else eats, like me. Welcome to my channel. But chopping the vegetables, not a lot of getting around that. And if you think the hardest part is going to the gym, that might be a necessary step. I don't go very often, but you cannot outrun a bad diet. So I don't care how much you're working out. If you're eating like crap, don't expect any results. You might be able to tone and define your muscles, but you're not going to eat Taco Bell every night and go to the gym. If you're a woman, if you're a guy, you might be able to get away with that, but you probably, if you've ever been overweight, don't have the luxury of eating junk food every single day and keeping the extra weight at bay just by working out. You have to eat some vegetables and some healthy fat. Or do keto. Some people do keto. Keto is not for me. I like carbs way too much, hence the big bowl of potatoes. Okay, to this, we're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil and some garlic salt, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. That's what we're at, and some Lowry's seasoned salt. I'm just eyeballing this for the potatoes. I'll do it first, then I'll tell you. 2 tablespoons. A little bit of seasoned salt. Don't go cray-cray, just a little bit. Garlic powder, use as much as you want. Go cray-cray. Garlic salt, scale it back now because it's salt. There's salt in there. Onion powder, whatever you like. That's good for me. All right, now we just mix it up. I'm just gonna use my hands. Smell good. Those 2 sweet potatoes made all this. Now I'm gonna have to cook it in 2 batches in the air fryer. So I'll turn the air fryer to 400 degrees. I'll crank it on up and probably cook it for about 15 minutes, maybe a little less. You cook it however your air fryer tells you to, if you are making the same thing. There we go, now we have 2. Now, I like to finish cutting these where they're scored before I cook it, because after it's cooked, I don't want to try to cut through it and flake it all apart and ruin it. It's easy to do like this. It's pre-scored. I just use my kitchen scissors. Cut through each piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one has 4 pieces. You got the salmon fillets ready. I'm going to spray a little bit more canola oil right on the top to get the spices something to hold, just a little bit. I'm going to put some of this Creole seasoning on it, but I think I'm going to leave some pieces with none of this on there because it might be too spicy for my man. So I'll just do one of them with this on it actually. I'll just make them 2 different ways. This one can have some onion powder. And I'll go ahead and put some garlic powder on it also, and some garlic salt. This one will just be lemonade garlic. That one that's lemon, I'm gonna, spices in my nose. I'm gonna put just a little bit of a lemon on, just a little. I don't care if it gets on the other one. That was kind of a lot. Right now I have my spinach draining and I drain the green peppers. This is gonna go in for my oven 400 degrees. Everybody's oven is a little bit different though. So whatever you normally cook salmon on, do it that way. I can't help myself. I'm just gonna put a little paprika on there because it just makes it look better, I think. I love the look of things that have paprika on it. Flavor, I don't give it or take it or leave it. All right, I just put my second batch of sweet potato fries in the air fryer, and now I am going to, I get the salmon in here so that cats aren't tempted. I'm gonna put this in the oven on, for me, I'm gonna cook it on about 400 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes, but like the last 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna flip it so the skin side is up, and then I'm gonna broil it so that it chars the skin up a little bit. Now, when I say 400, my thing cooks really, really hot. So 350 is the same as 400 in my oven for any recipe that I do. So I'm gonna set a timer for 12 minutes and then I'll flip it over after 12 minutes. And while I am doing that, what I have going on here is I put some onion in 2 pans. This is gonna be for the green beans. This is going to be for my spinach. I put more onion in here because I have 2 cans of spinach. So I'm gonna cook this and then I'm gonna add the bacon. I'm gonna add just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to both of these, but be careful working with oil. Not to forget that there is calories in this. 1 tablespoon has 130 calories. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon to each of these just to help them cook a little bit. Extra virgin olive oil is healthy fat, but you gotta use it sparingly. And because we're trying to lose weight, we really wanna be really sparingly right now. I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of real bacon pieces at 30 calories a tablespoon. We did have some bacon in our salad today, so this is the second little bit of bacon we're having today, but it's not that much because we're not eating the whole tablespoon. We're just eating what we happen to get in our portion. So 1 tablespoon to each of these pans. And this is a good opportunity to drink some water because I did not do well on water today. Okay, once your onions and bacon are starting to cook, you can add your spinach, which I always drain. And I drained his green beans, so we can add that to his green beans. I drained most of it. All right. Turn our heat down and just let that cook for a little while. So everything else is done. Check our sweet potatoes, check our fish, everything is just about ready. Oh, and I gave him a banana also while he was waiting. All right, once the spinach has cooked for 4 or 5 minutes, the only thing we have to add is a little apple cider vinegar. So I'll do about 1/4 cup, but I'm gonna eyeball it because it really doesn't matter. Just put whatever you like. Not in the green beans, just in the spinach. All right, this can just cook until the salmon is done. The sweet potato fries are almost done. Maybe I'll throw some blueberries with this tonight. My timer is going off, so it is time to check that fish. Ooh, looks good. Now I'm gonna flip it over and broil the other side for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna give just a super quick little spray so the skin will char up a little bit better. Okay, check it now. Looks pretty good. I would like the skin to be a little bit more charred, but I also don't want that fish to dry out, so it's good enough. It looks like it's ready. I'm gonna check it with a meat thermometer here. I'm bringing it outside to show you because everybody else is already eating. Well, the other 2 people, so this is what we end up having. And this is gonna be so good. Dinner was amazing. We all loved it. I got some meal prep out of it. 2 meals for me, 1 for him. This will be dinner for us tomorrow. And this I'll take sometime at work this week. I have 2 more pieces of salmon over here to be used in something later. So I am stuffed. I'm very happy with my breakfast and lunch and dinner. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is going to be an exact repeat of what I had today. I'll start with the yogurt in the morning and the 2 hard-boiled eggs, and what did I have with it? And strawberries, except tomorrow I'm gonna have a little bit of blueberries. Instead of 4 big strawberries, I'm having 2 strawberries and some blueberries. I'm gonna have my salad for lunch, and I'm gonna have that salmon, leftover salmon, and sweet potato, and my spinach, which was so good. It's one of my favorites. I can't believe I haven't made it yet, actually. So I'm gonna count it as 2 days on the video because it's gonna be pretty much the exact same thing that I had today. I'm stuffed. Think about how full you feel when you chug that much water at once. Plus it's sweet. There's no sugar added with this Metamucil, but, oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sugar-free. So kind of cures the sweet tooth, and if you start feeling like you want a little snack, this just fills you up, and I usually never need a snack after I take this. And I have a nursing home background, so like, you know, I've given this to residents for years and years and years. Maybe it just starts looking appealing after a while, but it tastes like Tang, like the orange flavored stuff that I used to eat right out of the container as a kid. I do not recommend eating this right out of the container, but it is a good like nighttime thing to keep you from getting snacky. And no, I am not sponsored. I just really like this stuff for multiple reasons. So anyway, that's it for me for tonight and for tomorrow. So I will see you in a couple days. Like and subscribe, please, if you want to see more videos. Have a good night. Bye.
I'm not your baby girl. I'm gonna